Morning guys. Well, as you can see, I'm back on my bike again. I know it's been a little while since I've uploaded a video, so I thought I'd better get my gear and get one done. So today I am going down to Nai Harn Beach. After coming through Nai Harn, you come to the junction at the Reservoir. If you take the left turning, you will go down to a smaller car park, which is where I normally park. If not, you can carry straight on, take the left turning at the bottom of the road, which is down the right hand side of the Reservoir. Follow that all the way down and that will take you to the main car parks at Nai Harn Beach. I want to do a little bit of a review on Nai Harn Beach, one of my favourite beaches in Phuket. It's to the south in Phuket, situated between Reservoir and Patong, and it's a lovely place to come. One thing I love about Nai Harn Beach is the beach is lined at the back part of it by trees, so there is some shade. And in amongst the trees there are some restaurants, and I believe at the moment there's a market there as well, which I'm going to go and have a look at. But if you get tired of lying on the beach, you can always move back into the shaded area by the trees. The sea is absolutely gorgeous here. However, there is a word of warning here on this beach. Whilst a lot of families do use this beach, there are some quite bad undercurrents. So it's worth noting the flags. There doesn't seem to be any warnings today. The sea is very nice, but when the flags are out, please heed the warnings, because this beach can be very dangerous with undercurrents. Okay, just behind the tree line, there's a number of small shops and restaurants where you can come for some food and refreshment, or just browse for some souvenirs if you get tired of lying in the sun, which is hard to believe here on this beach. There's actually quite a good selection of restaurants that are open most of the day, from sort of 8 o'clock in the morning onwards till quite late in the evening. And I believe at the moment there's also a market on, which I don't think is here permanently. Hello. Cap. This is a nice little area if you want to break from the sun. Okay, we're coming down to the main entrance now. This is where most of the parking is. There's always plenty of parking for cars and motorbikes, but at busy times it can get a bit hectic. Okay, this is the main road into Nai Harn Beach, coming down to the beach area. As I say, there's a couple of accesses into Nai Harn. I tend to use the far one. It's a little bit quieter. This is the main entrance. You follow it down, comes down to car park, motorbike parking, mainly motorbike parking. There is some car parking, but as you can see already, it's quite busy and it's still fairly early in the morning. There's actually a couple of hotels at Nai Harn Beach if you wish to stay at the actual beach itself. One of those is the All Season. I've not stayed here personally, but it does look a really nice hotel. And I would imagine first thing in the morning and in the evening time, the view from the terrace is amazing. The second hotel that's available to stay at Nai Harn Beach is called the Nai Harn Phuket. Again, it's not one that I visited personally, but it looks a lovely hotel, I have to say. Good morning. From the outside, the Nai Harn Phuket does look a stunning hotel. And it's got the benefit of an absolutely amazing view as well if you were staying here. So that is some view, beautiful view, especially when the weather's like this. I've now actually walked down the side of the Nai Harn Phuket Hotel. There is actually a road. It looks like it goes just to the hotel, but the road in fact actually goes past the hotel. If you go inside the hotel grounds and then carry on and keep to the left hand side, that road actually carries on all the way along the edge of the coast past Nai Harn Beach. And to be honest with you, I don't actually know where it actually finishes, this road, so a little bit later I'm gonna go and investigate. Okay, I'm just coming onto Nai Harn Beach. I'm entering the beach via the Nai Harn Phuket Hotel entrance, and I have to say it's looking very busy today. Absolutely beautiful day, beautiful. At present there is no water sports on this beach. The government have clamped down on the use of jet skis, etc. on a lot of the Phuket beaches. And I feel that it doesn't really need water sports on it, to be honest. With jet skis, etc., banana boats, as you can see the sea is very busy. It's a beautiful day for swimming today. It's a lovely sandy beach here, and it's one of my favourites. There are now a small number of sunbeds, sun loungers back on the beach. At one stage there wasn't any at all, but they have allowed now in a couple of designated areas the vendors to come back on the beach and start allowing people to use the sunbeds again, which to be honest I think is a good thing. I think when there was no chairs here at all, yes, the beach looked beautiful, but as it's a tourist beach, it wasn't very practical, especially for the older tourists. It meant that you had to bring your own, and that's not always that easy to carry a couple of deck chairs and an umbrella, so I can understand people not being very happy with that position. So I'm glad to see that there's some vendors now back on the beach hiring out the sun loungers, etc. However, it did get to one stage where the beach was literally covered with sunbeds, which again, it's finding the balance, I think. And at the moment, the balance is nice. There's actually a nice little walkway that runs along the beach just behind the tree line, which is nice if you get too hot on the beach. You can always have a stroll along here to cool down a little bit, if you don't fancy going in the sea, of course. I know last year or the year before, I think it was, that Nai Harn was listed in one of the magazines as being one of the top 10 beaches in the world. It certainly is a beautiful beach, I have to admit. And it looks like you can get a massage on the beach as well. Okay, we're at the Reservoir now, just behind Nai Harn Beach. This is one of my favourite spots, as it's got a little island in the middle of it, which is accessible via a bridge. And it's just a really nice place to go if you don't want to be on the actual beach itself. You can take a picnic and chill out there. I know a lot of the Thai families come down on a weekend. Sometimes they don't want to go on the beach, so they go onto the little island there, and there is actually areas where you can cook if you want to barbecue, etc. And it's just a really nice place to relax. This is the access to the little island on the reservoir. So go across the bridge, there's no charge, it's free, you can go in there, it's no problem. At the moment it looks like the Scouts are using it, or the Thai version of the Scouts. Well guys, that's my review of the Nai Harn beach area. I hope you've enjoyed it. It's a place that I would definitely recommend people visit if you're staying in Phuket. So guys, that's all I have for you. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up. Feel free to subscribe to the channel. Until next time, catch you later.